Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the week 17, I think, Gotenks account update. And today we're going to start out by playing for all the marbles. I'm at rank 15, my payout is in 6 minutes, and I'm going to be trying to go for a rank 10. Now, the way I've been able to climb this high is by picking on Chimera fleets and ignoring or avoiding Akbar fleets. Starting Houndstooth has been momentous in this regard. I have a gear 11 3-star boss and just got everything up to like level 85 here. Everything on my starting lineup except for tie advanced, and I have endurance's ultimate. And basically, if I can survive long enough to get to the ult, it completely turns it around. You just get so much protection up, you're not gonna die. Here I'll go for any damage dealer before Houndstooth taunts, and then I have to start working on that. And I'm not in like a huge rush to kill Houndstooth. I'm just trying to survive. That's my alarm for the arena, because sometimes I forget. And even though my Houndstooth is weak, like look at its health bar, like all the protection up really helps it hang in there. So I'll just do this and give turn meter, trying to stay alive, buy time. Anakin comes in later to do the damage. We're not in a rush to do all the damage right now because we're stuck behind Houndstooth. This will clear the taunt. We can get around him. But I'm a little worried about my Houndstooth staying alive right now. Let's make 5's taunt too, so they have a couple choices. Protection up. Let's give Houndstooth cushion. Yep, he would not have survived without that. And now we get to Anakin, and I upgraded his reinforcement ability fully, so we get exposed, which is really nice. It's not great, but it's making Anakin angry all over the place, and he's going on a rampage. This is why this is pretty much only going to have Anakin assist, but everyone is just going to be... See, it's just... I kind of just want to like stall now to make sure I don't get hit at payout. I'll just talk a little bit. So yeah, see how that worked. I think just one more basic or something, I'm gonna get the win. They don't like these fleets aren't doing massive damage. They're good, or like the Lightspeed bundle fleets on the other side. They're good if you're controlling them and if you know what you're doing. But if you don't, then not so great. I have no idea. Well, actually, I do have an idea. Like, I think it doesn't make sense to start Kylo Ren's shuttle among all the ships available. But I think the reason they're doing it, I also see people starting Ebon Hawk, is because they don't really know exactly how the game works, and they're just going by power. And since some of those have extra pilots, they're like, oh, there's more power. I think most people figured out Houndstooth is the best. But they're just going off the power rating, and then it's not quite as optimal. I'll just hope no one can beat me in the next 3 minutes to get my payout. But yeah, it's just... You just stay alive until ultimate with mace, and then you get all the protection up. It's not just a defensive weapon, it's an offensive weapon. And you're just, yeah, see, like these people are starting Ebon Hawk. There's Ebon Hawk and the shuttle. Like, once I get Negotiator, it'll actually be good on defense too, unless everyone else buys that bundle with Negotiator. I hope they don't realize how good it is. And I hope they just like, oh, $50, I'm not paying this, but it's probably gonna be bad. So I'll be back in 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Hopefully no one sniped me. There it is. Mission accomplished. 200 crystals. And I'm still able to maintain like an increased spending level, even though we have like just because of these recent crystal bumps in Fleet Arena, even though we haven't got our TB rewards from last week. We'll be into the next week of TB before we get those. But anyway, that's just annoying. Right here we got several highlights. So I already talked about boss. 3-star, gear 11, maxed out the abilities except Zetas. 5.mods. That's the best my Houndstooth is gonna get until I get more stars. Houndstooth is at 4 stars, not 5, and I'm starting to get these, but I actually running out of the purples. But it's health and protection, 63,000, 41,000. Like the stacking protection up. I have the maxed out amount of stacking protection up. I don't have the like keep your taunt ability. But it gets the job done. You can just take hits, and that's what I've been missing. Like I have not had a tag the whole time on this account, but now I have one of the best in the game, probably the best. And even though it's a baby Houndstooth, it's getting the job done, and it's fantastic. Sauvage Press Zeta and Omicron. Like, I almost postponed a little bit longer just because I wanted to slap on Rex's Omicron. But yeah, we got Sauvage, and he's going to be a high priority for gear. I also used him in the place of Power Assault Battle. I have a little bit of footage from that, not a ton. But his health and protection figures are pretty good, even though he's just gear 10, almost like 60,000 total. It's not too shabby, and then the Omicron's adding a ton. Like, just look at the text. I don't know how I'll be utilizing him. I don't have anything of a Treya team yet, and I can't trust like a gear 10 Savage to solo like relic teams, I don't think. So I might just run him on the EP team instead of like Tarkin or something, because he works fine there. Or maybe I just put him on a random team that I need a tag. Maybe I put him on Jedi. I don't know. Probably not. Palpatine, I still have him favored in gear 11. I want him gear 12 for places of power and Forest Moon. Those are pretty important. A good amount of protection, but in those assault battles, longevity is more important, and you need health because you can't generate the protection. Vader's still at R2, Anakin at R4. Just farming GBA shards instead. I want to finish him off and then actually start farming T3 because I'm getting pretty close on all of those giant Revan farms. Bastila is about to be done. Jolie's getting there. Zalbar has pretty much all of the 7-star journey, but that makes it a good time to start on T3. And once Bastila's done, I'll slot back in Hunter, probably get Hunter finished. I mean, I'd love to get, like, getting characters shard farms done is just such a big deal. I mean, these two are close, but I still have to farm their node because they're mainly being farmed for ships. I mean, he's Ragged's double value, but at least I'll be getting charge up currency. That is not nothing. There's a little part of, like, the, I don't know, OCD side of me that's like, oh man, I'm wasting it because I gotta keep farming the ship, but I already got the character. But it's just a bonus. You get extra charge up currency, so nothing to complain about. Bosk, slow as ever. I don't always get around to Piet and Dark Trooper, but I'm refreshing Rex's node, so he's going a lot faster. Almost 6-star. 7-star is going to be a big deal. Once he's closer to being able to get to 7-star, I need to really hunker down and gear up Phoenix. I think I might gear up Zeb more. The rest of them are gear 10, except Sabine and Ezra, but like I think I should use Zeb for a lot of purposes, PvP, and also like the assault battles. I think that's stunning, and protection recovery will be invaluable. Grief, I've started changing. I've stopped changing around these like favorited things. Veers, he's close enough to 7-star. I'll get him when I get him. I already 7-star them. Geos, I'll like make sure I finish them to 7-star after we're done this month because we have that login counter where you get free Geo shards. So I'm not trying to double up using those resources for those shards. Other updates, I haven't done too much to develop the roster down here. They can all use levels and they can all use, you know, gear and stuff. I talked about Zeb. I probably need to start slapping some gear on him, but I don't like to like apply these in high-end domain items until I can actually take someone to the next gear tier. Man, a lot. But Zeb, he's going to be really valuable in GAC. I think Sabine only really takes off. It's more of an in-game perspective. I think I'll leave her down there for now. I'm done with like all the dark side ships, so I'm not as like worried about Geo Soldier, Geo Spy. I think Gear 10's fine for them. GK, I'm gonna have to start focusing on. I got him to 6 stars. He's at 10 out of 100, so I'll have to shell out the currency later, and also his abilities are weak. So actually, let me just favorite him and keep an eye on him for ability materials. I'm actually starting to get kind of finished off on a lot of those. I even got Biggs up to 7 because I need his ship up and running for that Chimera event. I'll give it a shot, but I don't think I can win it. And I got some footage from in the week. I got pretty far in Secrets and Shadows. I got up through Mythic tier done, whereas before I was only able to do tier 1 because I was gated by stars. So let's take a look at that. Alright people, it is time to attempt Places of Power Challenge tier 1. I previously on video had only done tier 3 because I was star gated behind 7 stars. And I was able to do all up these 3 just because I got a 7-star Phasma Gear 1 level 1. And Savage, I mean Phasma obviously just dies, but it's like price of admission. I was doing this earlier, was actually getting pretty far with just Vader and Savage left alive, and I remodded Palpatine to have a little bit more health. That's how he needs to stay alive. But Savage, mine is Gear 10. I added the Omicron Zeta. But he's actually pretty tanky already, so he is able to hang in there. Now I even have a Zeta on him, so we'll see if we can get some traction here. Phasma obviously gonna die right away. Rue will die eventually. There's no real way to keep him alive. But if we can keep Palp alive, I'll get somewhere. Okay. Can actually get moving. Like I was missing a lot of damage from not having Palp just through his passive, but I was still able to get pretty far, so nice. It's some good damage. I might as well use your good moves while you're alive. You're not gonna live much longer. Let's save that. He's gonna, yeah. His shock is big. Hey, maybe I can keep crew alive a little bit, who knows. Boom. So, I mean, Savage, primarily, I only think of him for a Grand Arena, but in this case, he's helping for a Sith limited assault battle. I can win this, man. That'd be so great. I could get Chirotech. That would be incredible. Now let's shock. Might counter. The hits. Oh, you. Aren't you going to stealth? No, we can't. You should die from dots and passive damage, and I'll try to save that. Yep. Because we need something to get us going in the next wave. No, don't hit Palpatine. Stop taking bad timing. Stop. Ugh. Alright, so much for keeping Palp alive. Let's just see what we can do with these two, because I did get pretty far just with these two. Save the Merciless Massacre because I don't have the unique Zeta and I won't be able to target them. Turn. Probably not gonna attempt this again. I'll just wait until next month with improved characters. Probably have Savage and Relics by then. But Savage and Vader can both keep themselves alive pretty dang well. Savage has all the heal over time. Invader as a Sith and Empire, he's getting healing from debuffs. And the turn meter, because Palp is, I mean, Sith get turn meter from debuffs expiring, but they typically only get healing from the lead without the Zeta. Then Empire gets the turn meter for debuffs inflicted. It's gonna be a slow match. If we do get to the end, I think like Yoda will rip us apart. Yeah, Palpatine is just too fragile and flimsy to survive. But like we're taking the beating. Ooh. Okay, well, that's so much for that. But at least I tried, and it's within sight. Just need a good Palpatine, maybe another supporting character in there, and then we'll be golden. And so yeah, those three weren't quite enough to get it done. I would have been shocked if I got through with them. I did get a little bit farther earlier. But the trouble is you need 7 stars, and it's like any good character would take forever to get to 7 stars. Traya might be the fastest, but just takes so much tier 1 raid currency. I'm not sure if I want to invest in that right now. I might have to. Nihilus is going to be a slower farm, even though I already have him at 4 stars. Sidious I could get, but yeah, it's kind of trash. Yeah, everything's just slow. I mean, first order doesn't have much synergy, so that one is hard to get by. Savage will help at like relics or something. Even if I just get him to gear 13 and Palpatine, it's going to be valuable. I don't know what the next assault battles are. Blazes of Power was the last one for the month, and we haven't got updates yet. Rebels, it's all just coming down to waiting for Rex. That's the Rebels and Phoenix one. Then the Jedi. I also am having to wait for Giant Knight Revan, because he is very key. I think GK, Giant Knight Revan, and then Yoda a little bit more durable. And also Jolie is going to make it really good. So that's something I have in my sights. Challenge Tier 1 is not attainable right now. Mythic Tier is nice, but it's not like extremely important. So I got my eyes set on all those things. I also got my first 6-stop mod this week. I picked this Crit Damage Triangle on Anakin. Anakin has a ship, which is more valuable. This is pretty good for, it's decent speed. It's not amazing. I mean, defense wasn't choice. I would love to have offense secondary, but you pick what you can get. An Anakin ship is so important. It's going to be. So that's mainly why I picked it. And then also just to make his character that much stronger just by a little bit. And the Savage Omicron, I don't know if I talked about it much in the clip, but I got that Zeta like in the middle of the assault battle being available, and I needed a few more. So I actually, you get Zetas for completing these the first time, like 1 Zeta met. So I actually got through it. 1-starred these 2. These were really hard, but I cleared the whole board on fleet and then got the achievement afterwards. So I can farm almost anything. I can't farm Nest. Mando, actually, that might be a good thing if I can get to 3-star. This is one I wish I 3-star, because it'll be nice to farm him with this energy instead of normal energy. Just spread the farms out a bit. Because right now I am not rushing this anymore. I got it to 5 stars. I can kind of take my time, get it in shipments, not as a huge hurry. This ship is amazing, but I'm kind of ahead of schedule. Like, the pilots won't be in fighting shape for a long time. Anakin, still refreshing once, not twice. 50 crystals for a refresh is a little bit too far, but 62 out of 85, that is pretty great. And then this ship, I'm just not in a place now to like focus on it. Like, I'm not getting as much use out of it. I would need to be farming Iden as well for me to really focus on that. I have all the challenges done. I don't know if I was saying I would do the video for the last tier of this. I didn't, just because it was extremely easy. Like, I just have my Executrix, didn't level it above 30, and getting to 6-star was a nightmare. But then this, I had these ships available, and it was extremely easy. So I didn't have footage. Sometimes I don't feel like going down to my computer and getting stuff done. I just want to do it on my phone. But ships are actually feeling like very neat and tidy. I can just upgrade things I want to now. Dark side ships, like I have that part done. I don't need to worry about dark side specific ships anymore, except for PvP concerns. So I can just slowly work on the ships I want, and it doesn't have to be the high star ships. Like Houndstooth is 4-star, but it's super impactful. If I could have used that in the Executrix challenge, even though it's 4-star, not 5-star, that would have been amazing. But yeah, Galactic Republic, and all level 85. I finally have all these ships at level 85, except Marauder. So it's like I'm feeling less tight on that. I haven't upgraded Endurance yet. I want to see where I'm at for Negotiator after this next TB, and we'll get the belated light side TB rewards, see how close I am to Negotiator, because at this point it's like, it's getting the job done. I don't know if I really want to pour putting materials into that. I am hoarding the Prestige. I'm up to 464, so we will see a lot of developments coming down the pipe. Or is it down the pike? I don't know what that saying is, and I never look it up. So yes, I could easily look it up right now, but I'm just musing out loud. And one of the last things I want to try, I could unlock Padme, but could try to focus on unlocking Padme. Maybe I can get it done here. Let me try that. I was gonna look at Chimera, but full Geos, let's try it. I mean, they're all gear 10, so I don't know if I'll really work on Padme or just stick with like get Qui-Gon for GAC and then not worry as much about TW, because TW, everything has to be relics to really matter anyway. Not gonna get much done with these acts. I just don't want him to want GBA to dispel. There we go. And boom. No, not enough. So we can kill Padme and she can't revive from Jolie Fishdough. And then I gotta go for Jolie Fishdough. Yeah, full Giaz is feeling pretty easy. I don't even really need to use that. Oh gosh, you jerk. Hey. I can't turn to courage now either. Wow, we went all that way without getting crits to trigger Kenobi's taunt. Yeah, this is like really easy with Geo's gear 10. I mean, I guess it's kind of obvious. I just forgot about this and hadn't been looking at it a long time. So I'll just unlock Padme and then let her sit there, because I can get her to gear 8 before Cairo Gates. She's not the priority for that. It's gear 13s and then Rex. It's the next one. Hey, these are nice too. Plenty of those, but that is great. And let's just unlock her for... Oh, I could try that too, whatever. The important thing is unlocking. So I unlock her. Probably could have done it a while ago. I wasn't even paying attention. But there we go. Padme unlocked. Right as she's about to be outshined by her 14-year-old self in a few weeks after the next, or in a month after the next conquest ends. Oh, I don't need that. Look, you showed me that bundle. I just showed you how I don't need that, because I got this event done without them. So yeah, this one is the one that's going to be really like, it's really a stretch. As especially my Akbar. I remember doing this on my free play account in 2019, and the event had just popped up and it was there for like a week, as things were back then. I mean, they are for some things now, but everything was like that. Chimera, even though it was years old, it was there for a week and then gone. I got it done with these 3 ships only. I just don't know if I have enough firepower and survivability. Like, they're just too weak. So I need to work on bigs a lot, and give me some good assist damage. Oh, that's fair. Oh, come on, he was so close. Let's heal you up. Expose offers more damage than like, oh. I was so close to getting Fader down there. Alright, it's not happening. Let's do it one more time, and then I'll just leave it and come back try later. Chimera is a ship I do want to develop. I'm not like rushed to get this. If I don't get it soon, that's fine, because I need to save stuff for Negotiator anyway. That's priority number 1. And this would be nice, but that's gonna be a defensive GCT. And these ships are also severely under leveled, just because I hadn't had enough fleet currency to focus on them, so that's something I could change soon. But yeah, you see, we're not like dead on arrival in this. It's not like just get here and you're disintegrated, but I'm not there yet, so just a little demonstration. And I think that's it. Oh, just kind of a side note. Galactic Challenge is getting way easier with having relic characters. Like, I'm able to get done way further up than normal. This one is a little bit of an exception because I just need rebel units. I don't have relic rebels, but Phoenix was great. But I was able to get these feats done. Undersized squad, 400% turn meter, thanks to having some relic characters. Like once you start being at gear 13 in a Galactic Challenge, it's just a completely different ballgame. It's more different from going to gear 12 to gear 13 than like gear 13 to the Relic 7 version, I think. But I am getting closer and closer to the double Omicron boxes. If I was just able to get a little bit more, maybe I could. But I can't really beat this with anything. Much less get all those feats. So it is what it is. Let me just show my credit and train droid situation, because that's been something that's kind of been a point of interest. I am low on the training droids, but right now I am more capped by credits than training droids, because if I were to get all those, I could get to level 80, you know. I get maybe a little bit higher, or maybe I'm a few million short compared to the train droids, but the train droids are getting better, credits are getting worse. That's also just because I've been using all my raid currency on other stuff. Like I used a lot of it on General Kenobi. I spent so much of it working on Bosk's gear. Like there's a reason why I got him up to gear 11 so fast, because I used basically a whole raid's worth of currency and then some on his gear. But that's going to be it. Really proud of the fleet progress. We'll see in a week if I am just demolished into the ground by a bunch of negotiators. Hope people in this fleet chart don't realize, but it's crazy. All right. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and see you guys next week.